special guest. It's Cruz!
Hi, guys!
Hi! And guess what? Today, we're gonna be doing something really fun, and it's really hot. But guess what? It's really cool, too. It's actually a big bubble made out of glass. Do you know what it is? We're going glass blowing! Yes! We're gonna be blowing glass! Okay, come on! Let's go and explore. If you don't know what it is, come on and see! Come on!
Welcome to Decatur Glass Blowing. I'm Nate.
Hi, Nate.
I'm Nate. Welcome to Decatur Glass Blowing. Y'all are here for a class today, correct?
Yeah, we want to learn the glass blowing.
Great. I'm excited to help y'all do that. So we'll start off talking a little bit about the tools, equipment, the chemistry, and we'll do a short demonstration, and then we're going to walk each of you through a piece.
Okay.
So have y'all ever seen any glass blowing before?
No, have you? Oh, when?
No, that's
Oh, I never seen it. Have you guys seen it?
Do you know what glass is made out of?
Glass?
It's made out of sand, a really refined silica sand. There's different fluxes mixed in with that sand to allow it to chemically turn into glass at about 2,300 degrees temperature. The type of glass we use here is called a soda lime glass. Main ingredient silica sand, main fluxes are soda ash and lime. So in this raw form, it's kind of a white powdery mixture. This gets heated up to about 2,300 degrees temperature in this furnace here.
That's hot.
And it chemically changes from that mixture into clear glass. So today, all the pieces we make will start off by taking clear glass out of this furnace, gathered up on either a solid rod or a hollow pipe. And then we'll be shaping it into something. So that's all clear glass there. It's just orange because of the heat in it. And a little bit over 2,000 degrees. So notice if I quit turning that rod, that glass just drips right off.
It's really hot, people.
It is. While it's hot, it will stick to itself. And it's very easy to grab it, stretch it, twist it, or even cut through the glass.
It looks like sugar.
Yeah, it is. It can be working kind of similar to sugar. Some people work sugar. And so you see those thin areas are now getting cold already. It looks a little bit more like glass now. If I try to grab or move those thin areas at this point, cracks and breaks. So that quickly from 2,000 degrees down to a temperature where it wants to crack and break. So what's the question?
You can't cut through glass.
Yep, I just cut through it. Yep,
Did you know that,
while it's hot, you can.
While it's hot, while glass is hot, you can cut through glass.
So we're going to put this clear glass in this bucket. I can recycle or remelt it later on because it is clear. It's got color contaminants in it. Generally, I don't recycle it here. Certain things I will recycle, but there are a number of other people that do pick up my scrap glass and recycle it in different ways.
Okay.
So, real quickly, we'll let's go back and look at some of our choices on items today and colors. We'll come back over this way here. Over here, these ornaments are basically a display of the colors we get to pick from today.
We get to make something?
Yes, we're gonna make something.
Can we keep them?
And you'll, what's that?
Can we keep them?
Yes, but you won't be able to take them home with you today. You have to come pick them back another day because there's a slow cooling process that we have to go through. I'll talk a little bit more about later on.
We gotta let it cool, people, so we don't get to take them home today, but we get to make them today.
And so as you see here, next to each of these ornaments, there's a little bag with some chips of crushed up colored glass. So today, as we're making our piece, we're gonna be tapping the clear glass into chips of colored glass, similar to what you see here, to colorize it.
Okay.
The different color glasses are made by adding different metal oxides to it as it's heated and melted. So this is already pre-mixed melted glass. For example, a cobalt oxide will make a really dark blue color, iron green, nickel can do gray, manganese purple, gold, and some red and ruby colors. But the whole chemistry is coming up with any color you want in glass, as you can see as we look around here. All sorts of colors. And over here, actually, we have a little sample of the raw material, the raw silica sand with the fluxes. So this is what gets heated up 100 degrees in terms of the clear glass there. We call that batch.
So we can't use sand from the beach?
No, because there's so many contaminants in with it. Now, if you heat it up enough, you might get some sort of glass-like material, but it's not going to be a nice, pretty crystal clear glass.
What would happen if lightning hits it?
My understanding, it would not turn into a pretty crystal clear glass, but I have heard, you know, it can, as it was that movie, Sweet Home Alabama, I think it is. They are showing they're getting some sort of glass structure, but I don't believe it would ever come out in that pretty crystally clear glass. It's probably more of some sort of green, granularly, like, not so pretty glass structure. So over here we've got samples of some different items we can make today. So we'll plan on getting each of you through at least one item. Now we have solid items, we have blown items, we've got a lot of different choices. Or we can do a solid item, which you can do most of the process. I'll still be walking you through it step by step. Some of the solid items are paperweights. We've got some different shaped paperweights, the round one, the twisted paperweight. We can do a solid pumpkin, or we could also do a blown pumpkin. We could do a starfish. We could do a glass flower. We could do a heart-shaped paperweight and a egg-shaped paperweight.
I like the flower.
So those are all great options of solid items we can do. If you want to do something blown, we could do a blown version of the pumpkin. We could do an ornament, a float, basically an ornament that sits on a table. A little bit more advanced, but I can help you through it today, a small cup or a small bowl or even a small vase. And do we know who wants to go first today?
Cruz gets to go first. He's our guest.
Okay. And we'll do a, you think you want to go with the flower, stick with the flower still?
Sure.
I think a flower is a great item to start off with. It's really a lot of feeling how that glass moves, grabbing, squishing, shaking, and pulling the glass and squeezing.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna come back over here. I'm gonna go grab some color to start my demonstration. And y'all can start looking at the color, start thinking about what color you'd like to use for your piece as well.
Okay.
So we don't need to know the answer, we're gonna be right back.
Come on, let's go pick our colors. Which ones do you like, people? I think I'll do the orange mix. What are you gonna do, Cruz?
I'm gonna do red and black mix.
Ooh, that's pretty. There's two different colors, red and black.
So first step, I'm gonna take these chips of colored glass. I'm gonna sprinkle out a little cookie of color here on the steel table. The steel table we refer to as the marver. Now again, the flower is gonna be done on a solid rod. I'm gonna be doing all the gathering out the furnace today, and I'm gonna go through this entire process right now myself. But as you do your flower, I'm gonna take the rod and I'll do the gathering out the furnace. You'll be standing right here behind me as I gather the glass. We're going to need 2 layers of glass on here to get enough glass to make the flower. So you can practice turning it, and I will take it back and do another layer of clear glass on it to make it a little bit bigger. A second gather of glass. I'll be handing it over to you right in this area. You're going to take it from me holding it level with 2 hands, keeping it turning. You're going to take your time walking over to where this color is as you're turning. But try your best to keep it a round, even shape, and I'll be right there to turn it with you if you need the help. And when I tell you to, you're going to lift straight up and down. As that glass starts to drip, you're going to start to push down on that colored glass. You're going to lift up, turn a little bit, push back down. So there's a lot of things happening here. We're shaping the glass. We're adding color to the glass. And you're also getting to see how that glass moves as it goes from hot to colder and colder. Every time you lift up, you notice it moves a little bit less. So right now, you're reheating the glass to the shape and also melting those chips of color in. And when you're up here, again, you'll probably be much more comfortable. You slide your hands and body back and away from the heat. Now, of course, if you want to warm up, you're feeling a little chilly, just take a few steps forward. You'll warm up very quickly, I promise. Notice every time you squeeze it, it's going to be harder and harder to shape that glass. You shape the glass as it cools down. So So right now it's really hard for me to move it at all by squeezing it. We're just pulling out and away, little by little. And it doesn't really matter where you grab it. I mean, we're not going for the perfect flower. It's more about the process of getting to feel how that molten glass moves as you shape it and stretch it, and having fun with the material today. I don't want you to focus too much on exactly what your flower looks like. And you'll notice if you grab, pull, let go, you pull a little much, it might drop. Don't panic. What we're gonna do, we're just gonna grab, lift it up, stretch it out more. And I'll be right there doing it with you, helping you through the process. Once we get that final pull, we're gonna really stretch. If you want a straight stem, you can just hold it out there just how you want the stem to be. If you want it curly, we're gonna pull it back towards that rod, and I'll give that rod a little turn to curl up that stem. And there's our flower. This one has a curly stem. Ready to jump in and do a flower?
Yeah. I think he wanted to do a cup.
What's that?
I think he wants to do a cup.
A cup?
Yeah.
Okay, we can do that. We'll have to go through another demonstration on a cup. I'm okay doing that. I'm okay taking one more time to do that. Do you want to do a flower, or you want to stick with your pumpkin idea?
I'll stick with my pumpkin. It's a cup. He's gonna make a cup. But guess what? This time he gets to blow it. You'll see. You'll see what I'm talking about. It's really cool, actually.
So we're gonna start the cup out on a hollow pipe called a blowpipe. So there's a hole all the way through the pipe, allows us to blow in one air and expand the bubble in another air. First step, we're gonna preheat this rod just a little bit. Makes it easier to blow a bubble into the glass. And you notice the hot glass will stick to hot metal, but it won't stick to cold metal. How we're able to shape it with those tools without it sticking. But by preheating the metal, we'll allow the hot glass to stick to it. Set it in front of you. You're going to take it turning with your left hand, holding the smaller wooden block in your right hand. Long, smooth rotation with your left hand as you gently go on shaping with that block. All we're doing is evening out that shape, making it a round, even kind of egg-like shape. As soon as we get that shape, I'm going to take it and I'm going to start this bubble up. What I'm going to do, I'm just going to blow, trap a little air pressure in there with my thumb. And as you watch it, you'll see the sides of the glass expand out. You saw it puff out real quick? There's now a bubble in the glass. Now it's really hard to see that bubble because all that color on there. If it's clear, you'd actually be able to see the bubble. Shake it just a little bit here. Now, because there's actually a bubble in the glass, I got to be real careful. Watch how that glass moves to know where that bubble is, how big the bubble it is, how thin the walls of that glass are. We'll let this cool down a little bit. There's some more clear glass on there to make the piece bigger, but also magnify our colors through that clear glass.
Are you gonna blow it anymore?
And we will after we get some more glass on there. Bigger wooden block this time. Same thing you did with the smaller one. Lots of turning. Gently going on with that block, shaping the glass. If it starts to smoke, we'll dip it back in the water. Come out and shape it again. Have it. Because remember, if you're not turning that rod, that glass will just drip right off. At any point, if you're too warm or uncomfortable or want me to jump in and do more, just say the word and I'll be right there to jump in and do more. You feeling all right now?
Cruz did a very good job with the cup, but it was a lot of steps. We completed another task. We did glass blowing with me. Yay!
Come in our shop. Happy to have you back anytime.
Of course.
We do a lot of classes here throughout the year for a lot of different levels of people. We do school groups, college groups. We also do narrated demonstrations, and also events throughout the year. So check out DecaturGlassBlowing.com or stop by in Decatur.
Okay, people, make sure you tell your parents to stop by Decatur Glass Blowing and come and see Nate. The address is, what's the address?
250 Freeman Street, Decatur, Georgia. DecaturGlassBlowing.com, where I am and what we do.
It's 250 Freeman Street, Decatur, Georgia. Make sure you come and bring everybody. Until next time, people, and say bye to Cruz.
Bye, guys.
Bye, people. I'll see See you guys next